We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Willie Wonka and the Chocolate Factory might not only be one of my favourite all-time children's movies, but also generally one of my all-time favourite movies, full stop. From fun, imaginative characters to creative ideas and useful lessons, I truly find the movie to be a masterpiece in virtually all aspects. The movie came out in June 1971, making it 50 years old this year, and it's been announced that there's going to be an origin story for Willy Wonka sometime in 2023. I'm not too sure why. I guess Warner Brothers just wanted to do a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory cinematic universe, because the DC cinematic universe hasn't been doing too well in the last ever. Regardless, the news of the new movie made me think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory again, and as I was researching news for the new movie, I stumbled upon something I found hilarious. Now, we all know the internet is a weird, wacky, and sometimes wonderful place. It's the internet. However, I found one of the most interesting subreddits, in my opinion, of all time. That is Grandpa Joe Hate. Now, when I was a kid, I loved Grandpa Joe. I liked that he was often a child at heart, similar to Charlie. His song number, when I was a child, was one of my favourites of the entire movie. And I have to admit, I liked his walrus moustache. However, as I got older, it was made apparent that, yeah, this dude is clearly lying about his illness. Like, is he meant to be paralysed? I understand he's, like, you know, in his 60s or 70s or 80s maybe, but before he came old, he was still lying in that bed, while Charlie's mum made, as John Mulaney would say, laundry soup. It seems clear that he never wanted to work and never thought that things would get better for him, but when Charlie came home with the lottery ticket that was the golden ticket, he soon gave up the act. Which, by the way, I'm surprised Charlie's parents never cared about. SNL did a good sketch on this, but they just kind of accepted it. Like, they just accepted the miracle. Anyways, I've gone on a tangent long enough. This subreddit, Grandpa Joe Hate, would appear to just be like any other subreddit. However, this has 130,000 members. This subreddit is dedicated to hating a supporting character in a movie that is 50 years old and lost money at the box office. The actor of Charlie is going to be of retirement age when the new movie comes out. He's 63 now. Most of the original cast, including Grandpa Joe himself, have passed away since. Also, on another side note, when researching the cast, I also discovered that the actor for Slugworth played Hitler in, like, a lot of stuff. If you look him up on Google Images, it's literally just pictures of Hitler stuff. The actor of Grandpa Joe himself passed away in 1981, and while at first when I saw this subreddit, I was actually quite mad. This man died before most people here posting were likely born, and this is the legacy that he has online. The more I thought about it though, the more I realised that this subreddit isn't a lot of people angry with Jack Albertson. These are people just like me who love the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and wish to preserve it online by poking fun at the plot holes, making memes about Grandpa Joe and his coke nails, and generally joking about some of the stupid stuff in the movie. At least that's what I think. Some people might actually be mad at Grandpa Joe, I'm not a mind reader. Either way, I think this subreddit has a means of reflecting on a movie that has had such a big impact on all of our childhoods. I can't think of many 50-year-old children's movies that are still so beloved today. Very few have stood the test of time. And if it means hating on Grandpa Joe for people to reminisce on the movie, then so be it. Many people have valid complaints of Grandpa Joe, and while some can be easily understood, sometimes I think that the beauty of the movie, as with a lot of Roald Dahl's work, is that the kids are often more adult, and the adults are more childlike. Grandpa Joe wanting to give the gobstopper to Slugworth, but Charlie leaving it on the desk of Willy Wonka, is actually the reverse of what you would expect to see. And so while it makes Grandpa Joe's character to be a bit of a hothead, it makes Charlie's even more selfless and even more empathetic. So in conclusion, while a bit strange at first, the Grandpa Joe Hate subreddit is an interesting and hilarious place, with some actual decent criticisms of the movie, even though I think that it comes out of a place of love. With the new movie coming out in a few years, I actually hope they delve more into the character of Grandpa Joe, and whether he was actually faking it the entire time. It'd also be nice to know if he actually did coke. In the Tim Burton movie, they claim that Grandpa Joe actually worked at Wonka's factory, so perhaps they'll stick with that backstory for a way of putting Grandpa Joe in the story. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, thank you for watching this video. If you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments, because I'm only 3 videos in and already out of ideas. Thank you for watching.